Memory is one of the most fascinating and essential functions of the human brain. It allows us to store, retain, and recall information, shaping who we are and how we interact with the world. From remembering a friend's birthday to recalling the way home, memory systems are constantly at work. In this video, we'll explore the different types of memory, how they function, and why they matter in our daily lives. Let's begin our journey by understanding what memory truly means and why it's so crucial for our existence. Its core, memory is the process by which our brains encode, store, and retrieve information. This process is not as simple as it sounds. It involves complex networks of neurons and various brain regions working together. Memory enables us to learn from experience, adapt to new situations, and build relationships. Without memory, every moment would be new, and we would struggle to function in everyday life. Understanding memory helps us appreciate the incredible capabilities of the human mind. Memory is not a single entity but consists of several types, each serving a unique purpose. The main categories include sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. Each type plays a specific role in how we process and retain information. Sensory memory captures fleeting impressions, short-term memory holds information temporarily, and long-term memory stores knowledge for extended periods. Let's dive deeper into each type to see how they work together. Sensory memory is the first stage of memory. It acts as a buffer for stimuli received through our senses, such as sights, sounds, and smells. This type of memory is extremely brief, lasting only a fraction of a second. For example, when you see a flash of lightning, your sensory memory holds that image just long enough for your brain to process it. Sensory memory is essential for filtering information and deciding what's important enough to move to the next stage. Short-term memory, often called working memory, temporarily holds information we are actively thinking about. It's like a mental notepad, allowing us to remember a phone number long enough to dial it or keep track of a conversation. Short-term memory typically lasts for about 20 to 30 seconds and can hold around 7 items at once. This stage is crucial for reasoning, decision-making, and problem-solving in our daily lives. Long-term memory is where information is stored for extended periods, from hours to a lifetime. This system allows us to remember childhood experiences, facts, skills, and more. Long-term memory has a vast capacity and is divided into different types, such as explicit and implicit memory. The process of transferring information from short-term to long-term memory is called consolidation, which often happens during sleep. Explicit memory, also known as declarative memory, involves information we can consciously recall and describe. This includes facts, events, and knowledge we've learned. For example, remembering the capital of France or your last birthday party relies on explicit memory. It's further divided into episodic memory, which stores personal experiences, and semantic memory, which holds general knowledge. Implicit memory, or non-declarative memory, refers to information we remember unconsciously. This includes skills and habits like riding a bike or typing on a keyboard. You don't have to think about every movement, your brain remembers automatically. Implicit memory is essential for everyday tasks and is less likely to be forgotten compared to explicit memory. Episodic memory is a type of explicit memory that stores personal experiences and specific events. It's like a mental diary, allowing you to recall what happened at your last family gathering or your first day at school. Episodic memory is essential for building our sense of self and connecting past experiences to present situations. Semantic memory is another form of explicit memory, focused on general knowledge and facts. It allows us to remember things like the meaning of words, historical dates, or mathematical formulas. Unlike episodic memory, semantic memory is not tied to personal experiences but rather to information we've learned over time. Procedural memory is a type of implicit memory that helps us perform tasks without conscious thought. Examples include tying your shoes, playing an instrument, or driving a car. Once learned, these skills become automatic, allowing us to focus on other things while performing them. Procedural memory is crucial for efficiency in daily life. Memory involves 3 main processes: encoding, storage, and retrieval. Encoding is how information enters our memory system, storage is how it's maintained, and retrieval is how we access it when needed. Each step is vital for effective memory function. Problems in any of these stages can lead to forgetting or memory errors. Encoding is the first step in creating a memory. It involves transforming sensory input into a form the brain can process and store. Effective encoding often requires attention and focus. For example, repeating a phone number or associating new information with something familiar can help encode it more deeply. Once information is encoded, it must be stored in the brain. Storage involves maintaining information over time, whether for a few seconds or a lifetime. The brain uses different regions for different types of memory, and the strength of storage depends on factors like repetition and emotional significance. Retrieval is the process of accessing stored information when we need it. Sometimes retrieval is effortless, like recalling your name, while other times it requires cues or reminders. Retrieval can be affected by stress, distractions, or the passage of time, which is why we sometimes forget things. Forgetting is a natural part of memory. It can happen when information is not encoded well, is lost over time, or cannot be retrieved. Forgetting helps our brains stay efficient by clearing out unnecessary information, but it can also be frustrating when we lose important details. Memory consolidation is the process by which short-term memories are transformed into long-term memories. This often occurs during sleep when the brain replays and strengthens new information. Consolidation is essential for learning and retaining knowledge over time. Sleep plays a critical role in memory. During deep sleep, the brain organizes and consolidates memories, making them easier to recall later. Lack of sleep can impair memory formation and retrieval, highlighting the importance of good sleep habits for cognitive health. Several brain regions are involved in memory, including the hippocampus, amygdala, and prefrontal cortex. The hippocampus is crucial for forming new memories, while the amygdala adds emotional significance. The prefrontal cortex helps with organization and retrieval. Each region plays a unique role in the memory process. Memories are stored in complex neural networks with connections between neurons strengthening as we learn. These networks allow information to be distributed across the brain, making memory both robust and flexible. The more we use a memory, the stronger the connections become. Emotions have a powerful impact on memory. Strong emotions such as joy or fear can make memories more vivid and easier to recall. The amygdala, a part of the brain involved in emotion, helps tag important events so they stand out in our minds. Memory and learning are closely linked. Learning involves acquiring new information, while memory allows us to retain and use it. Effective learning strategies such as repetition and association can improve memory retention and make studying more efficient. There are many strategies to improve memory, including mnemonic devices, visualization, and chunking. Mnemonics use patterns or associations to make information easier to remember. Visualization creates mental images, and chunking breaks information into manageable parts. Repetition is one of the most effective ways to strengthen memory. By reviewing information multiple times, we reinforce neural connections and make it easier to recall later. Spaced repetition, which involves reviewing material at increasing intervals, is especially powerful for long-term retention. Chunking is a memory technique that involves grouping information into larger, meaningful units. For example, remembering a phone number as 3 groups of numbers instead of a long string makes it easier to recall. Chunking helps maximize the limited capacity of short-term memory. Mnemonic devices are tools that help us remember information through patterns, acronyms, or rhymes. For example, using the phrase, "every good boy does fine," to remember musical notes. These devices make learning new information more engaging and memorable. Visualization involves creating mental images to represent information. For instance, picturing a journey through your house to remember a list of items. Visualization makes abstract concepts more concrete and easier to recall. The forgetting curve shows how quickly information is lost over time if not reviewed. Without reinforcement, we forget most new information within days. Regular review and practice can flatten the curve, helping us retain knowledge longer. Memory is not perfect. We can experience errors such as misremembering details, mixing up events, or even creating false memories. These errors can be influenced by suggestion, stress, or the passage of time. Understanding memory errors helps us be more mindful of how we recall information. Amnesia is a condition where memory is lost due to injury, illness, or psychological factors. It can affect short-term or long-term memory and may be temporary or permanent. Amnesia highlights the importance of healthy brain function for memory retention. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive brain disorder that severely impairs memory and cognitive function. It primarily affects older adults and leads to the gradual loss of memory, reasoning, and independence. Research continues to seek effective treatments and prevention strategies. As we age, some memory decline is natural. Older adults may find it harder to recall names or recent events, but many memory skills remain strong. Staying mentally active, socializing, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle can help preserve memory as we grow older. Technology has changed how we use memory. With smartphones and computers, we can store and access information instantly. While this makes life easier, it also means we may rely less on our own memory. Balancing technology use with mental exercises is important for cognitive health. Memory is involved in nearly every aspect of daily life, from remembering appointments to following recipes. It helps us navigate the world, build relationships, and achieve our goals. Strengthening memory can improve productivity and overall well-being. Focus and attention are critical for effective memory. Distractions can prevent information from being properly encoded and stored. Practicing mindfulness and minimizing interruptions can help improve memory performance. A healthy lifestyle supports strong memory. Regular exercise, balanced nutrition, adequate sleep, and stress management all contribute to brain health. These habits not only improve memory but also enhance overall cognitive function. Practicing memory skills regularly can help keep your mind sharp. Activities like puzzles, reading, and learning new skills challenge the brain and promote neural growth. Lifelong learning is one of the best ways to maintain memory health. Children's memory develops rapidly as they grow. Early experiences, education, and play all contribute to building strong memory systems. Encouraging curiosity and providing a stimulating environment can help children develop lifelong memory skills. Memory and creativity are closely linked. Our ability to combine past experiences and knowledge in new ways fuels creative thinking. Artists, writers, and inventors often draw on their memories to create something original and inspiring. Social interactions rely heavily on memory. Remembering names, faces, and shared experiences helps us build and maintain relationships. Strong social connections are linked to better memory and overall brain health. Stress can have a negative impact on memory. High stress levels release hormones that interfere with encoding and retrieval. Managing stress through relaxation techniques, exercise, and healthy routines can help protect memory function. Nutrition plays a vital role in brain health and memory. Foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamins support cognitive function. Staying hydrated and avoiding excessive sugar or processed foods can also benefit memory. There are various memory disorders beyond amnesia and Alzheimer's, such as dementia and mild cognitive impairment. These conditions can affect memory, thinking, and daily functioning. Early detection and intervention are important for managing symptoms. Memory research is a rapidly evolving field. Scientists are exploring new ways to enhance memory, treat disorders, and understand the brain's mysteries. Advances in technology and neuroscience hold promise for improving memory health in the future. Memory systems are at the heart of who we are. They allow us to learn, grow, and connect with others. By understanding how memory works and adopting healthy habits, we can support our brain's incredible abilities. The study of memory continues to reveal fascinating insights into the human mind, reminding us of the importance of nurturing our cognitive health every day.